What was that moment like for you walking out with Rasmus last night?
Obviously, it was a little sad. He'd been living with me on and off throughout his time here, so sad to see him go. But he's a bright future.
Do you understand what was happening when he got pulled off the ice at practice? Was that on your radar?
If I understood,
Like, did you know
yeah, I thought for sure something was going on. Yeah.
what type of guy is Washington getting?
No, yeah, they're getting a young, tremendously talented player, and I mean, guy that can run the power play, and a great guy off the ice.
What was your parting message to him? Well,
I just said, I mean, this is, look at it positively. I mean, it'll be good for you. Get a lot of ice time and stuff like that. So obviously, we're gonna miss him here.
Do you know Eric at all?
Yeah, I know him. He's a great guy. So it'll be fun to have him come in too.
What can you tell us about him, from your interactions with him?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, great guy. A fun guy to be around, and I mean, obviously, you know how good he's on the power play and stuff like that. He's had a great year in Wash, so hopefully he'll have lots of fun here too.
what do you make of what Kyle's doing to the team right now?
Yeah, he's doing a lot of good work. I mean, he hasn't had any days off, so probably busy the next couple of days too.
What does it tell you about the kind of faith that he's putting this much into bolstering this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is what it comes down to. It's playoffs, and we gotta get past that first round. So I think that's where everybody's mind's at.
How do you think Jake McCabe will help you guys to that end?
Yeah, obviously his physicality and I mean the way he plays the game, I think will give us another inch or two on the ice.
Pretty close with Rasmus, but losing Pierre also probably had to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I mean we were a Swedish group that were going out to dinners and stuff like that. So yeah, the group's a little smaller, but we lost 2 but gained 1, so that's okay.
What about Sam Lafferty? What stands out to you about him?
Yeah, just the way I mean he moves out there. I mean tough guy to play against. So yeah, we got a great group.
Has he played with Eric internationally?
Yeah, that's the only time I've met him. So had lots of fun.
Do you guys have made a lot of change. Do you kind of walk around the room and, wow, he's not here and he is here? Well, you know, as you said, Kyle hasn't had many days off, if any. What's it like in the room and then getting on the ice with all the different changes and moving parts?
Yeah, I mean, so far we had a concert the other night with the new guys, so I think that was great. And I mean, we're gonna have a team dinner coming in here later on, so I think everybody's easy to get to know, and I mean, everybody's been meshing in really well. So I think it's lots of fun to get to know the new guys.
Who was the sort of the architect of the concert? Like, how did that kind of who hey,
Uh,
we're there? And,
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
What do you think of the boss? What do you think of Springsteen?
Yeah, I mean, he's great. I mean, my dad's a huge fan, so I listened to him a lot growing up. So that's become a fan myself too. Then.
Your dad jealous?
Oh yeah, of course. He sent him a video right away. He's pretty jealous.
McDavid, 50 goals already? Like, you haven't seen these guys yet this season. What do you make of what McDavid's doing?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's scoring more than he's ever this year, and I mean, the assists still keep coming. So I mean, he's just dialing it up even more.
I don't know what's the goalie situation for them, but whenever you play Jack Campbell for the first time, what's that going to be like?
Yeah, if he plays, I mean, it'll be special. I mean, he also was a part of our team, and I mean, great guy also. So it'll be fun to see if he plays tonight.
You got a pretty good idea of what you would do if you got in a one-on-one situation with him?
I don't know. He knows me pretty well, so I might have to try to shake him up a little bit.
It's a crazy day at practice.
Yeah, obviously a lot going on, but yeah, just getting waking up and seeing what changes made. But that's that time of year. I think it's tough for everyone. We all know it's that it is what it is. But I think it's good changes and exciting.
What sort of impact do you think a guy like Jake McCabe can make?
I've had the pleasure of playing with Buffalo and see firsthand the player he is, and this guy does everything well. He's strong, he's heavy, he plays a hard game, but can make plays and such like that. He just brings so much to the lineup, and it's I think a huge pickup for us.
How about Lafferty? What's your perspective on him?
Yeah, again, just playing against him, obviously in St. Louis, seeing him, but guy got a ton of speed. He's very skilled too, but plays hard as well. And I think that's good too as we go forward. If we're gonna have success, everyone's got to play hard and such like that. And I think he brings a lot of things like that.
What kind of message does it send to a room? I know you haven't been here that long, but when Kyle makes these types of moves,
well, I think we're all in, and I think that's the group and the consensus around. And like I said before, that's an exciting thing. It's we've got a great game here, or a great team here, and a lot of good pieces, and it's time to put in the work and start building it.
What's Jake like off the ice?
Great guy. Yeah, we get a chance. We're fairly close when we play together and such. But yeah, just easygoing guy. That just it's fun to be around. Loves the game, and I think it's a great fit for us.
Considering that, what kind of sense that do you think this will mean to him to finally get in the playoffs? Like that's a long time without it.
Yeah, it is. I think just even chatting with him the short bit since he's been here, just the excitement how he is to, just to be a part of it and be part of this group, and know that we have a good team here and have a chance to do something special. And you just see it's just excitement with him, and you can tell that it's good energy to have. It's fun. It's fun to be around.
Luke Shen getting acquired. What pops about him?
It's nice to have the human eraser here. It's he's obviously known a bit and played with his brother quite a bit, and international stuff we played together. But it's a great that guy for us, and look at playoffs and playing hard, and I think there's someone that does better than him. He gives everything he has, and it's so tough to play against, and that's a big piece.
When you think about tonight's game, up to 50 goals, what's it going to take to stop him?
Yeah, it's with McDavid, it's everyone's got to be responsible for him. Everyone on the ice, you have to do the right things and be in the right way, and just make it difficult on him. It's every time they get the puck, they're on offense with him. They throw it into an area for him, and he makes a play from that. So it's being aware of it. All five guys just having awareness to where he is. It's a chance to step in his way and give him a little push just to slow him down is how we're going to defend him.
I'm sure they'll have a little extra pep too because they just made a trade. What's been your perspective on Ekholm and kind of the difference he can make on the back end there?
Yeah, I think that's a big piece for them. He's a great player, and seen him in Nashville for years. Does so many things well. Again, hard to play against too, and I think that's a big piece for them. So I don't know if he's on tonight, but I think that definitely gives them something for sure.
Big picture, like how do you look at the Leafs where you guys are now from 2 weeks ago before all these moves? Like, do you think the identity's changed at all a little bit here?
Well, it's kind of tough. I've obviously only been here for a week and such, to have my pulse on everything. But from what I've seen, this team and the focus that they have to be around, and they want to win. It's all there, and they play with a certain intensity that is so cool to be a part of, and I think that's there. I think that's I think as we add pieces, it just kind of contributes to that more. That we're for real, and we have to start building that playoff game now and prepare for it.
Did you feel that intensity kind of, because Sam was talking about that, like even practice, like drill to drill, everything about it, that there's a level of focus in this organization. Did you feel that when you walked in?
Absolutely. Yeah, that first day, just that game, and just what the guys were saying around the room, and the details, and you just feel there's that sense that hey, it's we're building something, we're looking to go the distance, and again, that's not something that just happens. It's details every day, and building it, and a lot of things have to go well for that. But you can tell there's that focus that is is pretty impressive when I first got here.
The things that were being said that showed you that, is it like game related stuff?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Just all details of winning a game. I'm not going to break them all down and such, but just doing things the right way, and I think that's it's important if you want to have success. It's the details we have to focus on.
Feels like you and Nolan really fit in seamlessly so far. What's that Bruce Springsteen concert do for the chemistry?
Oh, it's awesome. It's nice, obviously, getting on the road too. With the guys, and having every meal together and such, so it kind of helps us kind of get a little closer, and obviously going to Bruce was a great time, and seeing him, he's obviously the boss, and it's incredible to seeing him play again like that, and just song after song, never leaving the stage. It was so cool, and we had a blast.
Had you seen him before?
I have, yeah. I got to see him in Buffalo once too, and it was the same thing. Just song finishes, grabbing the guitar right into it again, and just keeps going and going. But it was inspiring watching him.
Do you bring a guitar on the road? Like,
I have in the past. This week's been a little crazy with everything, and didn't have a chance to bring one. But through times, if it's certain trips, if I have some downtime, I try to bring something.
Do you have a favorite Bruce song? There's a lot.
Yeah, that's tough. That's it's tough to narrow it down to one. But I do love him in the shows, although when he kind of gets into his kind of storytelling time and kind of just strumming there. I think every show he kind of breaks it down like that. I love when he does it.
When do you expect Luke and Eric to join the group?
My understanding, Luke will fly in this afternoon, should be here for the game tonight. Eric will join us in Calgary tomorrow.
What's your sense of the group? It's been a bit of a crazy couple of days. Is it energized? And what's your sense of the team right now?
Yeah, I don't know that energize is the right word, but I think they're everybody's gelling well. I mean, I think all the guys that we brought in are just tremendous guys and have great personalities, and that's allowed the transition to happen a lot smoother. They're all, Lafferty, I guess, would be a little younger and less experienced, but the guys we brought in are veteran players that have been around the league a lot, and like I said, have great personalities. So I just think the energy of our group has been excellent. Away from the rink too, like not just in the building here, but you see in the hotels and some of the meals and things that we've had. We've had some off days. The guys are out and having fun together. So I'm seeing, frankly, seeing more of that than what we've had in the past. So that's a really good sign and shows that the guys that we've brought in, have fit in well with the group, and our guys have embraced them.
Why do you think it didn't work out for Rasmus here?
Well, I don't know if I'd say it didn't work out. I mean, he's played a lot of hockey for us, played a lot of good hockey for us. And I think it's just a situation where we've added guys. He was going to be on the outside again this season, and he's a young player that that wants to play and has value in the league and all these kind of things. And I think that's more of a reflection of where it is. We ended up. Obviously Kyle was able to get a first-round pick, and we also bring in a player that I think has a very similar skill set, but is further along in his path and has more experience in the playoffs and all those kind of things. So it's just a nature of where we're at.
With so many defensemen now at your disposal, what's sort of your plan to figure this out in the next few days? And I mean, you're going to have a NHL level guy sitting every night, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's no different really for me than where we were at last season. Last season at the deadline we had Giordano and Labushkin shortly before that. So it's not entirely different for our group. We got lots of competition, lots of support for the group if there's injuries or whatever the case might be. Lots of options for me. We got guys with, you look at the guys we talked about yesterday that we added. They both have far different skill sets that can bring a lot to our group when we mix them in. So it's a good problem for me to have. And again, I think specifically with Shen and Gustafsson, you got two guys that have been in this position before in terms of coming in and playing on real good teams and playing deep in the playoffs and, and moving in and out of the lineup, all these kind of things. So, it's like I said, it's a good problem for me to have, and we'll find ways to get everybody involved.
Is 11-7 possible? Do you like 11-7 if you've got the right guys?
Yeah, I don't love it, but it's an option for sure. I don't think it's not option A, but I wouldn't rule anything out. Whatever the games call for, or whatever the situation might be. Like I said, because we've got lots of different skill sets on the back end, especially. We've got Gustafsson's a bit of a power play specialist, and you've got that. So yeah, there's definitely options there. Gustafsson and McCabe can both play the right side as well as the left, in addition to Brody. So we've got lots of flexibility there.
And when you guys traded for O'Reilly, you were excited by all the things that you could do because he was so versatile. Now you've got all these guys. How much are you going to experiment? Like, you have ideas in your head. How much are you going to experiment with combinations and spots up front and in the back?
Yeah, well, I don't know if there'll be that much, outside of O'Reilly, because I think he is a guy that can really move, from the top six to playing in the third line, and I think there's different things that he can do there, and he can also play center and wing, as of course Tavares is now showing the ability to play wing in addition to his his tenure at center throughout his career. With Achari and Lafferty, I think those are guys that are going to play lower in the lineup and all of that, but you can still try some things there with them because they can play multiple positions at the same time, as can Kerfoot and Yarncroc and all these kind of things. So yeah, there are definitely lots of options, but I don't see the bottom six being too much of a mix, so we'll just see. I mean, it's just, we'll get through the trade deadline and see what the final group looks like, but certainly the guys that we've added have bring lots to our team, lots of character, lots of grit, lots of versatility, lots of experience. I think we might have doubled the amount of children that we'll be bringing into the family rooms at home for the home games. I think it's that speaks to the experience that you're bringing in.
How does Pierre's departure change what you do on the bottom six tonight? Is it just a straight replacement, or do you kind of have to mix some wings around there?
Well, Kerfoot will go into that spot, and Aston Reese will go back playing with Achari. So we'll look at that. Obviously, Pierre's guy's played good hockey for us, and there's some things that he does for us that we'll miss. But at the same time, we've added guys, Lafferty in particular, that will help us in the speed department. That you'll lose with Pierre there. Again, when you're making the moves like we have, we were able to add a lot without losing roster players, but between adding others and managing the salary cap, the reality is that you're going to have to lose some guys. But certainly thrilled with the guys that are coming in.
What's your perspective on what McDavid has been doing this season and the challenge he'll present tonight?
I don't think any more can be said than what has already been said or seen. And the stats, the video, whatever it is, they just scream that he's on another level that no one is is anywhere close to at this point. But he's a lot to manage for sure. We have done a good job in managing it in the past, but also we've seen at times when it hasn't happened and we haven't done a good job, that you can see how dangerous it is and how much it changes the game. So, but he's not the only one. They've got other guys that are playing well and are dangerous, and the depth of the team, I think, has taken a real step as well. So there's a lot more for us to contend with, and at the same time, we've got real good players that they need to be concerned with too.
Just want to ask you about Jack Campbell. You know really well. Just he's up and down here, but just what kind of a person he is, and do you expect him maybe to rebound after this little rough start that he's had?
Yeah, tremendous person, great personality, very popular teammate. All the things I'm sure you guys have come to see here in Edmonton as well. And the one thing I'll say about Jack is, he is who he is, and he is where he's at in terms of, being a guy that was sought after in free agency and made a career here in the NHL because he's dealt with a ton of adversity. And he did that before he came to us. He did that while he was with us, and I'm sure he'll do it again here.
Kyle said that the deadline is kind of the most fun time of the year for him as a GM. Are you having fun during all this? Is it like as a coach? What's it like?
I'm enjoying it. It's a lot more fun when you're coaching a team that's receiving players and adding to your team, and particular with the types of players we've added, and like I was saying, with the personalities they have, and just watching them interact with our guys, and you can see they're just bringing a lot to the character and to the energy of the group, and that comes through, I think, their personal character and personalities as well as the experience. That goes a long way. When you're experienced, generally you're real confident in who you are and what you've accomplished, and allows you to just step right in and feel good about yourself. I think our group has also welcomed guys, so that makes it easier and more fun for me. I haven't been overly involved in any of the transactions or anything like that. Kyle's keeping me abreast, and I'm on a need-to-know basis kind of thing, because we've got enough going on here to prepare the team for our games. So when things come down and you're aware of it, or you get asked a question, you get excited about it and you do a little bit of work on it. But generally speaking, I'm reacting to what's being done and enjoying welcoming the new guys.
Sheldon, how big or small is the role of the coach in bringing everybody together when you've had this turnover to make this a team again? Is that the guys in the room, or how do you help that?
Well, there's no doubt that I have a role in leading that and trying to trying to allow those things to happen, in terms of how we manage our practices, how we manage our off days, our scheduling, those kind of things. So more so just trying not to get in the way, or trying to facilitate some things that will allow different things to happen. We've already, just the other day in Seattle, we wanted it to be an off day, mainly because you needed the rest, and it's a long trip and all these things. But you want the guys to be spending time together. So those kind of things are important. But I think it is the players, that are most important in terms of how they welcome guys. And I think the Springsteen concert the other night, I think it was the new guys coming in. they didn't have much choice. They were told that you're coming to the concert, and I think everybody had a good time. It was a perfect way to welcome new guys.
Sheldon, 60 games in, what's the value of quote-unquote fresh meat? Good team you haven't seen. It's too far to think playoffs, but this feels like a different game than just any game on the regular season schedule. Do you think the players get excited when they're seeing a good team for the first time?
Yeah, I think so. I think good team, elite players, Canadian city. I think all of those things get the guys excited for sure. This trip is one I think we're excited to be on, and started in Seattle, of course, but now coming in here to Alberta, I think there's lots of reasons for the guys to be excited, and we're adding guys to our team. They've added guys, so it's an exciting time of the year. But and certainly anytime you're playing this team, in particular now that we've gone through the Canadian division and stuff like that, there's a little bit more to it.